Alright, I have my contact paper face down on my cutting mat, and I have the shelf upside down on top of it, weighted down with cans to keep it from sliding around. And I'm just going to trace around it with my pencil, and I'm angling my pencil in so that I get really, really close to the edge of the shelf. I don't want the contact paper to be larger than the shelf. In fact, I actually want it to be a little bit smaller, so I'm going to make sure to cut inside that line when I cut around this. Okay, I've traced around my shelf and I've weighted my contact paper down with cans so that it doesn't curl up. Now I'm going to cut around my line using my rotary cutter. You can use scissors for this, but it tends not to be as smooth as if you use the rotary cutter. And I'm going to cut inside my pencil line. So my pencil line is right here. I'm going to line up my ruler just a little bit inside. I want this to be slightly smaller than my shelf. And I'm going to cut around the entire thing just like that, and I'll cut out the notches at the corner using scissors. Okay, I have my piece of cork contact paper cut out and the backing is still on it. I've lined it up on my shelf and weighted it down with some cans. This is the trickiest part of the process, is getting this on here straight, and you sort of have to pick your poison. So I've decided that I care most about this front edge being straight because it's the most visible. So everything else might get a little bit off, but at least the front edge will be straight. Hopefully it'll all work out well. So it's all lined up and weighted. What I'm going to do is take this first corner and I'm going to peel the backing off with the cans in place. And I'm going to peel off about as much as I can without disturbing it too much, and fold it under. And then so it got a little bit misaligned when I did that. So I picked it right back up. I'm realigning the front edge, and I'm going to stick this first corner down. The first corner starts the alignment of everything, so you really want to make sure that this is lined up square when you stick the first corner down. If it's off, you're not going to be able to get it realigned correctly. Okay, so this front corner has been stuck down, and now the trick is going to be to get the rest of the backing off and smooth everything down while keeping the front edge here aligned. So what I'm going to do is rearrange this a little bit. I'm going to have to move this can here to get under here. I'm just going to reach underneath and try to get a hold of this backing. Okay, so I've got a hold of it, and I'm making sure that my front edge here is still aligned. And so I'm going to gradually pull this away and flatten down the cork and adhere it while I pull the backing out. Now, I'll be able to pull it out from underneath the can, so the cans can stay in place actually. Okay, so I'm just continuing to pull the backing away, and I'm trying to twist it around so that it ends up basically folded back on itself so that I can pull it out from the side, because that's the easiest way to do this. So about halfway there, and my cans are still here, so I'm just going to continue pulling this. At this point I can make sure that this front edge is aligned, so I can actually see this edge while I'm pulling the backing out. I'm pulling it straight towards me, so there's no chance of it getting twisted or misaligned. And I'm just kind of keeping everything smooth as I go. Alright. So the backing is totally removed, and the last step is to use my rolling pin to just smooth it down and make sure that there's no spots that I missed when I was smoothing it while I was peeling the backing off. So you can see by using this technique I was able to get the front edge really, really even. And because I cut it a little bit smaller, there's not really much overhang anywhere, which is what I'm going for.